Hi, welcome to the Learning to Lose podcast, where we sometimes make podcasts and sometimes we just don't. And you might have to wait a year to see one. No, we're going to start doing these more regularly, right? So we're going to start doing these podcasts more regularly where we're talking to different people from the house. Today, we're talking to Nick, which is amazing that he's even still here. I can't even fucking believe it. It's amazing. So, because it's hard to stay here. A lot of people, they leave. Most people leave. There's been hundreds of people that have come through this house in the past 4 years, and 30 of them graduated. So that can give you an idea of you know, the percentage of people that actually get sober. So many people want to get sober, but like we say around here, we like we say in meetings, this isn't for people who want it or for people who need it. It's for people who
do it.
Oh, see, Nick already knows. So yeah, I'm thinking, what do you think? I feel like we might need to put Nick on a no sorry program.
My sponsor said the same thing.
Where you can't say you're sorry every 5 seconds. Do you want to know why? I'm the same way as you. Like, why do we do that?
I think it's a trauma response. I think it is always blaming yourself or just a lack of self-love, lack of self-confidence.
Yes, like when I don't say sorry and I just conduct myself and I sort of don't feed into that paranoia and that insecurity, it's hard. It's like my adulting. You know, my kid's like, I want them to like us.
It's people pleasing.
The kid in us is like, just say you're sorry so they know that, you know what I'm saying? And like, while I appreciate the gesture, I want you to grow into a man like me. Like, bro, the craziest thing about me and Nick right now is that, like, in any other scenario, I would already have been here and seen him every day for the past 2 months. How long have you been here now?
I've been here for 62 days.
He's been here for 62 days. And right when he got here, I went away to my own, for my own sobriety, for my own mental health. I went to a treatment center to recover. So we both he came here and I went there. And I didn't know if he was going to stay or leave, or half the world had an opinion about this or that, and he shouldn't come or he should come. And it's just so amazing now to come back and for him to be here. And now we can just talk and catch up, and I'm feeling better.
This is my first time actually getting to hang out with you. Like one-on-one.
Yeah, I'm feeling better. He's feeling better. Yeah. Damn, dude. I don't even hang out. You know, I find there's less and less time for me to hang out these days with the kid and and everything I'm doing. But I figured maybe we could just start from the beginning. So, I mean, how did you end? Why don't you just tell everyone how you got here?
So I've been doing TikTok and other social media platforms, but primarily TikTok since 2021 full time. I was actually in a Sober Living, and I went viral in that Sober Living, and I just kept going viral after that. Not always for positive things. I ended up graduating that Sober Living, and I got into a pretty nasty relationship. You know, I love her, I care about her, but it just wasn't the best situation for my recovery. And I moved into an apartment, and things got pretty crazy with the Reddit page and trolls and people stalking me. And I'm just trying to do my best because I've never had an apartment before. I've never had my name on a lease. Like I've been pretty gnarly for about a decade, and I finally was like, okay, I got a year clean. Okay, I got a job. Okay, I'm starting to resemble a functioning adult. And I didn't get my lease renewed because people from Reddit got my apartment swatted on a live chat about a year and a half ago. And they were like, sorry, it's just too much of a liability. We can't renew your lease. So I was in a new situation where I became homeless, and I wasn't even on my DOC.
Right.
I wasn't even doing the things that I used to do. But
Which
now
was what?
Crystal meth. Can I say the other one?
We can say anything we want.
I used to smoke crack shoot crystal meth, do heroin. Like, I mean, I used to do every hard drug that you could think of. I was all for it. And I've been pretty far away from that mindset. Like, okay, something's bad in my life. I need to go use hard drugs over this. Like, I've really been trying to just even get to the starting line. It's taken me 10 years just to get to the starting line in my recovery and really accept, like, surrender, you know? I can't function as a homeless drug addict again. So now I'm not even on crystal meth or drugs, and I'm homeless. And that really hurt, but I still had a platform and I still had a job. So now I'm living in the motel. I've got the now ex-girlfriend with me living in the motel. We're making videos on Twitter, selling videos on Twitter. We're doing TikTok. People are feeding into all the drama. Me and her can't stop arguing. And
so selling videos on Twitter, you mean like
pornographic videos?
You mean OnlyFans?
Well, no, I do it on Twitter because it's mostly gay people that follow me on Twitter, and I'm not a gay man, so I can just be like, well, I'm straight, and I want $50 for this video.
Yeah, but why don't you do that on OnlyFans?
Because nobody ever showed me how to use OnlyFans.
Oh, so how do you?
So the TikTok,
you just do one video at a time.
I have like 13,000 followers on Twitter. So if I make one video of me, like let's say I make a solo video of just me. And I have this video, I could say, who wants new content? And then I get emails, I'll take the new content, I'll take the new content, I'll take the new content.
And then you send it one at a time.
One at a time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, listen, you're not.
Things got bad for me, Pat.
Yeah.
With the online harassment, and it started to get really scary. Like, people were showing up, like finding out what motel room I was at.
I know.
Like, people were calling the police.
I know.
Like, strangers were driving from out of state to come live stream.
Bro, I'm the only other person that I know of that can fully relate to what you're talking about.
And then if you remember,
didn't they come to the house when you were here, swat the house?
They swatted the house. And
when you were here?
When I was here, my first week here, and they came into the room, they were like 8 deep, and they said, "Nicholas Harris, are you still alive?"
Oh my. And then they came yesterday.
Bro,
it's crazy. So I know what it's like. I know how it feels when you get extra honest online and you really show people like the real shit. There's something gets triggered in people. I don't know what it is. I don't understand what it is yet, because I have people that have dedicated their whole life to shutting us down and exposing us. I mean, there's a woman who, just like what you said, they go to lengths you never thought they would. Like, what?
And like, truly all I wanted to do, like, cause I just wanted to like be online just like everybody else. I just wanted to be on TikTok just like everybody else. And I felt like, hey guys, I'm being honest with my situation. I don't want to be on drugs. I'm not 100% sober. I'm using cannabis. I'm using a few things. You know what I mean? But I'm not as bad as I used to be.
Right.
And I really want to get out of this situation. I've even gotten, like a job plus doing TikTok. Like, I even went to work at Wendy's. I go to Wendy's, I'm bagging fries, and I'm like, hey, ex-girlfriend, are you at home? Oh, you're out with your mom downtown at 12 o'clock. Oh, who's that male's voice I hear in the background? Oh, you're cheating on me. Okay, cool. Well, I'm bagging these fries. I guess I'll see you at home in a little bit. Dude, I was just beat down by the situation. And then, dude, thank God that you came into my live chat that day and I got to meet you. Like, I literally cried when I met you, Like, and you gave me an opportunity to come to California, and that's how I ended up here, man, was because of TikTok. Because you said, this guy should do the sober living.
No, it worked. It happened. It's working. It worked. However we got here, whether it was through the Soldier, the Island Boys, or however it happened, it happened. And you're doing better. You're doing really good. I think maybe you're doing better than you've ever been doing.
I mean, I feel like I've made more progress in the 62 days that I've been here than in 6 to 8 months in a lot of programs that I've been to. It's crazy how this process gets you well fast if you accept it.
Yeah.
Like
one of the big things that one of the big feedback one of the things that the house has brought to Nick's attention is talking too much. I mean, I have the same problem, not listening enough. Do you want tell them what their feedback was for you and how you've been working on that?
A graduate here, can I say her name?
Yeah.
Maddie. So I was just learning about the reflections process. Like right out the gate, I got a 10K essay, and that almost sent me out the door. I ugly cried over this 10K essay because my handwriting was so bad that I did like somewhere around 19 pages front and back, every line. And then I'm like, this got to be 10K, right? And like, it was hard for me to get through that.
Yeah.
And then I went and got it counted. They said, you're not going to be happy when I tell you this, but it's somewhere around like 3,700, maybe 4,100 words. And I was like, excuse me? He's like, yeah.
You didn't even count them?
I didn't even get close.
But you didn't count them?
No.
But now you know how to count them?
Now I know how to count them.
How do you do that?
So I do 25 words a line minimum, and then I'll do 2 lines per line. So if you do that, you could think, okay, well, I know it's going to be over, so I'm just going to say this is 50. Really, I'm doing like 33 to 35 a line.
And then you count all the lines.
That's 100. So 1, that's 100. 1, 200. 1, 300. So like by the time I've got 6 lines, that's 300 words.
So what he basically, long story short, he counts the rows.
Yes.
And then you know how many words are on each letter.
Right.
And then you take the average.
Yes.
And you make sure that when you write over.
Right.
But what can you say about the writing? Because I know there are a lot of people who are probably like, what are you talking about? You have them writing essays? Like, what is?
So
why?
Maddie
What's
gave
the
me
point?
About the speaking less part. I was doing my first 10K essay. She was like, here, this might help you. She handed me a paper from her IOP, and it says mastering the art of saying less. And
Wow.
it's talking about how everybody wants their chance to talk, like you were just saying earlier before we started.
Right.
Like everybody's just waiting on their turn to speak.
Yeah.
But if you spend time actually listening to the other person, then that person will start talking, and they're going to tell you everything about themselves. So you're going to be in a position of power, whether you're a salesman, whether you're an influencer, whatever it is you have going on, however you're trying to, especially if you're a salesman, if you're trying to persuade your customer, let them speak first.
Right.
And then it's not about just talking less. It's about adding value to your words.
And the conversation by really listening.
By
Because if
actively
you're
listening.
really listening, your response is going to be much more pertinent and on point. But I do want to, so here's the thing, guys. They're going to have to edit all this into little clips.
Yeah.
So do you want to, I was thinking maybe we could go over his bus ride here, because that was the craziest part of the whole thing. He got on a Greyhound and didn't get off till he was at Graceland.
Sorry about the Twitter shit. If y'all don't...
Wait,
my
what do you
bad.
mean?
Yes. I don't know if that's important or not.
No, it's great. I was on, bro, I did it too.
Yeah.
But I did it on,
OnlyFans.
yeah, and I have to stop now.
Yeah.
And you have to stop now.
Danielle
It's
told
just-
me I have to stop.
We it's not like whatever.
There's bigger, better things out here, man.
So just walk us through. No. Okay, so just so you know, this is for Apple Podcasts.
Okay.
We can say and do anything.
Okay, bet.
But
All right.
and YouTube, which
Okay.
we can pretty much say and do it. The clips are going to be cut up and censored, so
Okay.
don't worry about what you say.
Okay.
But will you just take us through? Try to give us the bridged version, like the cliff notes of you. You met me. I offered you a scholarship. A bunch of people checked the star, and all these random
Yes.
people came in the middle of it and
Yes.
tried to fuck it up, and
Yes.
it was wild. They tried to get him to they tried to stop him from coming. They tried to stop me from taking him.
Yes.
It's like, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves, for
Yes.
real.
Yes.
The people who, what's the girl's name who has that podcast? Or who's that girl that just keeps talking about us all the time? Summer. Just be careful, Summer. Be careful what you're saying and what you're putting out into the universe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's here and he's sober and he's doing better. Did you see your doctor yet?
Yes, I'm getting ready to go get a therapist, and I have Medi-Cal. And
But have you actually seen a doctor about your mental health?
so I know what my diagnoses are, and
Yeah.
I was put on pretty serious psychiatric meds as a child. My mom is a registered nurse. She has been for 20 years.
Oh, wow.
And we both have agreed that I shouldn't be on psychiatric medication.
Yeah.
And there's probably not going to be a part in my program where I'm ever going to be willing to even discuss medicine for
Well, you
psychiatric.
look great. You sound great.
Thank you.
I think a lot of the people that were watching were concerned about mental health and whether or not you needed to be on drugs. But the truth is this is how people land.
Yeah.
He was just on drugs. He was just, that's how we act. And it could take us weeks to get sober. And now you see, he seems like a totally normal, amazing person.
Thank you.
So just let people that have experience with these things.
I'll still go talk to the doctor.
Bro, honestly, bro, the only reason I even asked is because of this summer bitch.
Yeah.
But
I'm just, but so like,
hold on. Let's just do the fucking, let's just do.
Sorry, Pat.
No, you're good. Take us through the train. Take us through the bus.
So
did you have any drugs on the bus?
Absolutely. I mean, I had.
Oh, you did.
I mean, I had a vape pen, like a really strong THC vape pen, but like the main thing that I was consuming was like highly concentrated 7-hydroxymitragynine, which is a legal substance that acts on your opioid receptors. It's an extract from mitragynine speciosa, which is kratom.
Okay.
And everybody says that kratom is harmless, including me when I was doing it. But if I didn't dose this kratom every 3 hours, I would go into full-on withdrawal.
There you go.
And if I did take it, I was manic as fuck.
Blue.
Which would drive up the views on TikTok. You already know the game.
Yeah.
So I was in a rock and a hard place.
So you heard it here first. Kratom, no good.
No good.
CBD, no good. Delta 9, definitely no good. So we had a similar. I don't know. It's just crazy how similar our stories are. So you're on the bus, the Greyhound bus.
Man,
you're on a train?
I'm on a bus, and like, okay, so I met you, and then you told me about this program, and like, hey, do you want an opportunity to come out to California? And I was like, man, I've always wanted to go to California, and like, I couldn't believe they were like, well, listen, we got you a bus ticket. Like, it leaves tomorrow morning. Are you down? And I'm literally in the shittiest little motel, like off of Woodruff Road in Greenville, where I'm from. It's like a Days Inn.
Which is in what state?
Greenville, South Carolina.
Okay, right.
And it's like, bro, it's like got stains all over the walls and beds. Like, it's disgusting, dude. Like, but it was $80 a night. So what could I do? But so, yeah, I hurried up and I got on the Greyhound bus. And then like it started to dawn on me how long of a trip this was going to be. I think it was like over 3,500 miles.
You're like, I'm about to be on this bus for 3 days, but you brought your medicine.
Yeah, I brought
You brought enough medicine to last you the trip.
Yeah, I honestly thought that I was going to be able to get away with using kratom in this program.
Right, I'm sure.
You know, but then you guys.
That's what I thought. I swear to God, bro. When I went to Florida, I thought they were going to let me take my CBD.
I was like, dude, as long as I don't.
But like, here's the thing, though. For just to clear this up, for me, like, look, this is gonna sound fucking nuts, but for me, for a while there, CBD without THC was helping me, but since I'm an alcoholic, it's hard to stay. My tolerance goes up, and now I'm taking more CBD, and now I'm switching brands, and then this one had Delta 9. I didn't look into it. And I'm taking more and more, and then just before you know it, it was like I wasn't taking it to get high. I wasn't taking it to like be fucked up. You know, it was just like, it's like I take my Seroquel at night, like I take my lithium in the morning. That's how I was doing it, but it clearly contributed to the mania, and I just want to be the first. Whatever, dude. We're here telling you, just because you can go to the gas station and get these things doesn't mean they're chill. They're not chill. If you're an alcoholic,
if
right?
you're an alcoholic, I mean, dude, you could go get like very strong synthetic legal hallucinogens at the gas station, and people like myself have flipped out in full-blown psychosis, thinking like, oh, I'm just gonna trip out a little bit, it's gonna be cool. The next thing you know, you think that the whole town that you're living in is some giant conspiracy against you,
right,
and people are plotting against you, and somebody, a friend of mine from his hometown, just took these synthetic mushroom tablets, went into a store and murdered 2 people.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So like, it's
why
he was tripping out.
Did you ever get to ask him why? Or
he was warning me. He was like, dude, Nick, you got to stop taking synthetic hallucinogens. He's like, I know they're legal, and I know you feel like it's safe, but it's not safe. You know what I mean? And he told me that story.
So listen, guys. Nate, say your name and where you're from. Loud.
Nate.
Okay, Evan. Loud.
Evan.
Yeah, you guys can talk. Talk to me. Are the snakes good? What's going on with the snakes? You guys, listen. I want... Oh, thanks, Blue. Listen, I want this podcast to be exciting, okay? We're going to post this whole thing as a podcast on YouTube, but you can say some shit. You can direct me.
You're doing it perfectly.
Okay, great. If any of you guys have feedback or something you want to add, just fucking shout it out.
Evan, have you ever had... Wait, Evan, you told me a little bit about, like, tripping on acid and stuff. And, like, dude, have you ever had a bad experience with hallucinogens? Like, how did it affect you after?
Plenty of them.
Yeah.
It was like some Truman Show shit. Hey,
Right?
hey, Nick, tell me about the words. What's the reason for the words? Like, these people are gonna sit here and
Yeah. That's what we were gonna say.
All right.
That's what the question I asked, and then you started talking about Maddie and shit. So, what have you learned from writing words? Do you think it's beneficial? And can you just explain a little bit about that?
So many people are going to be so mad at me for saying this, but when I when I got here, I was like, bro, they got me fucked up. This is corporal punishment, dog. I'm not right. Like, dude, like, I'm not doing this.
Right.
Like, I need to talk to somebody. Like, I'm not doing this. Not just being spoiled. Like, you just don't understand. Like, 10,000 words is massive, but then you get 20, 30, 40, 50,000 words and you have to get it done or you don't get to participate in the house. Like, that is gnarly, bro. But once I did my first 10K, like, I was super mean to myself, and like the stuff that I was writing was really unhealthy for like the first several days that I was doing it. But then I was like, wait a second, it's completely within it's up to me what goes on this paper.
It's a reflection of what's happening in your brain, and you get to see it firsthand. And you got to see how your thinking is in the gutter, and then you got to see it, right? Like, you got to slow down and see it, and then you shifted, you changed, and you started writing about positive stuff.
I started noticing myself getting well through the essays, like even more so than like just doing groups and how it's structured. Like I wasn't even looking at it like a punishment anymore.
Right.
I wasn't even holding a resentment anymore. I was like, okay, cool, an opportunity to see how much progress I've made this week.
Get yourself a cross fountain pen, and you'll really not look at it like a...
It went from, fuck
a
this place, fuck these people, I can't believe I got myself in this dumbass situation again, fuck that dude that wrote me up, and went from that to like, dude, you have so much to offer if you just stay sober, stay grounded, you know, God loves you, walk in gratitude.
Okay, but what about the dude who pulled you up?
I'm sure that he's going through his own issues. But I'm sure that he's suffering too.
No. He's actually your best. He's looking out for you.
I really appreciate the person who pulled me up for giving me this opportunity to take a look at my behavior.
That part. Like, that's the part. That's the extreme. When they say pray for your enemies. Pray that all of your enemies get everything that you want. Okay? I'm not sure if I've ever been able to successfully do that. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Like, I have like real competitors, adversaries, right? and people I grew up with who I'm jealous of. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all have, if we can just pray for them and say, God, can you please just give them everything that I would ever want for me, just give it to them.
I've even mentioned the people that were harassing me on the Reddit page. I was like, Lord, please be with the people on the Reddit page, the snark page.
Yeah.
Like, they have no idea what it's like. Like, I'm sure they're all suffering and they don't know how to cope with their emotions, so they decide to take it out on me because I make myself an easy target. Maybe if I didn't behave this way in front of a camera, it wouldn't you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I've done all that.
Yeah. Okay, so the words were helpful. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Most people leave over them, and you rode here with your medicine, so you were basically high the whole time on the bus.
No, I wasn't dosing it as heavy as because I knew I was coming
you were
in.
Like,
but
chill.
I was
good.
I was good. Yeah.
Right. That's high.
Yeah.
That's high.
I was like maybe
but
45 minutes away before I ran out.
But you know what's interesting about drug addicts? We can talk about, like, I just basically said I wasn't high either.
Right.
During those 3 years, but I actually wasn't. Like, it just sort of leveled me out. But I don't know, what is the difference between drinking a bunch of coffee and feeling a buzz, you're not sober, but you are, but you're feeling something from the coffee.
The intention.
Yeah, the intention. Look. The biggest thing that I want people to take away from this is like your perception of like what our perception of what we're doing in reality is not. It's not. We need other people to help us see the truth. We don't like see anything clearly.
Yeah. I mean, and that's what's so beautiful about this place in particular is that like we all have to do the same structure. We all have to live by the same rules, and
take direction from each other and sort of run your ideas by other people. Because your thinking is not.
I got 20 mirrors looking back at me.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
So I came back. He's still here, and I'm getting to know. All right, let's take a deep breath.
So, Pat, you had to go to your own treatment facility.
Right.
Like, I was really looking forward to spending time with you, and then all of a sudden you disappeared, man.
I know, bro.
What was that like?
It was the hardest 30 days of my life, honestly.
Yeah, with like 19 plus years of sobriety, I couldn't imagine how that felt.
Yeah, it was weird, but it was really good. It was like, it wasn't just hard. It wasn't just sad. It was fun. It was. I had a spiritual awakening. I really did. It was incredible. It was a beautiful place. And my wife had called some of my friends and asked if they were concerned. And everyone she called said, yeah, we've all been wondering if Pat's okay. And she said, okay, cool. Why don't you guys come over and we'll talk to him. And I came home really hot because I knew what was happening. And I was like, you guys don't understand. I'm on a mission from God type shit. I was really on some psychosis. I really was. Bro, and to be fair, dude.
Psychosis is no joke for those of you that don't know.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. And when I look back on it, I don't think I was in psychosis. I feel like I was making sense and I was, being very productive.
Do you think it was mostly other people's perception?
No, my perception is wrong. Like I just said. We can't trust our perception. Okay, so yeah, it was shown to me by my friends and my wife that I wasn't acting.
People that you love and respect.
Yeah, I wasn't acting right.
That know you better than anybody.
Yeah, and not only that, I was neglecting my wife and kid. I was just not there for them. So after like a long night of arguing, and I agreed I'd go to this place for 30 days. And
I know that had to be tough, man.
Dude, it was good. Like we don't like recover. We don't flip a switch and recover.
We're not cured.
It's a lifelong thing, and this was just an opportunity for me to do like that 30-day intensive. Like you said, 30 days here at Graceland is like 6 months at another Sober Living.
Truly.
Might even be like 6 years out in normal life, going to AA once a day.
Truly.
You know what I'm saying? So in that same sense, I got to do like a 30-day intensive and really grow. I went from like here to here. Nice. I mean, yeah, I lost my time, but I think that will just help me be more humble. Maybe, I hope.
And humility is a massive part of recovery.
It's everything.
It's everything.
It's literally everything. I would say start with the principle of humility, and then everything else will come after that. Honesty, courage,
willingness.
Willingness. It all comes after humility, because you can't be willing if you're not humble.
Facts.
Right?
I can't be willing to go write an essay or clean a toilet that doesn't belong to me if I don't have humility.
You had to reach down inside of yourself and find new levels of humility to stay in this house. What's up? Yeah. So let's just hit like the important things.
May I please get some water or
something? Yes,
please.
Dude, our guests need some water, Blue. Why are you over in the corner? Looking fucking shady and shit. Yeah, he's going to bring some water.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, bring some water.
My bad.
Is he bringing some water? He doesn't say anything. He just walks by.
Is my sponsor okay? Okay.
Yeah, let's make sure he's good too.
Okay.
Yeah, just make sure that he's getting water. Yeah, let it run. This whole
We didn't tell you this beforehand, but since you guys haven't been on TikTok for a long time, we got you guys a little present. So here's your tiny diny.
Oh man,
It's tiny
tiny
Dinies.
Donnie. Let's
Hold
go
up.
chat. Let's go chat. Tiny Donnie.
Wait, bro. Neither of
No.
us have received these in 2 months.
It's been a while.
It's been like a while. This
I've
was,
never gone this long without a phone or without TikTok since I started.
this was a big part of our addiction.
Yeah.
And we need to learn how to create healthy boundaries around live streaming.
Are you down to do that?
Oh yeah, we're gonna.
Are you
do
down
it.
to do that?
Oh yeah, we're gonna do it. And guess what? We can't do it because
Right.
we're both fucked up.
Right.
And we'll wiggle and
Yeah.
we'll worm our way into
Yep.
extending how much we're on live. and
Right.
whatever. But they
Our community.
they help us. It's
Thank you
kind of
for
wild.
helping us, guys.
Yeah, but think of it from my perspective. I don't want this to be. I don't want to be the boss.
But you
right?
are though.
I know, but that's what's so cool is that they're in a position now where they get to tell me when I'm doing too much.
But that makes you a good leader.
Thank you.
That does.
I think that
If they couldn't tell you, then
Yeah, and this wasn't like an accidental. Oh, let me just do it this way. The reason I'm doing it this way is because this democratic, like no leaders, only trusted servants. This modality works.
Yeah.
It worked for AA, which worked for me. So that's why I do it here like that.
Yeah.
You know, Bill and Bob started AA and Bill was loaded begging for a fucking drink in the end,
Yeah.
in the very end, because he was in the front. He was in the spotlight.
Yes.
I'm saying Bob never had
Yeah.
an issue,
Right. He was a
but
doctor.
Bill was like a star.
Yeah.
And that shit'll fuck up your head.
Ego.
So we got our heads fucked up,
Yeah.
or at least I did.
I definitely did.
And if you mix validation from live streaming,
It's a
right?
drug.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna say, but for me, it was even crazier because it was validation, and then it was also service, right? Because I'm sober and I'm helping other people get sober. So there's service, validation, and then the money, bro. I made $6,000 in a week. I don't know about you, but we can put 4 people in this house on scholarships based on that alone.
Yeah.
If I got that every week. And this is how my head was thinking. But see, I just, like, my ego just figured out a really convincing way to get me fucked up.
Yeah.
And it worked, bro, because I just listened to my mind tell me that you should never sleep because you're helping people. And you should never stop doing this because it's good for the world. So it's tricky, man. But I am just so glad you're here. And
Then again, I wouldn't even be here if you weren't doing that.
right.
So it did help people. It helped
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, yeah.
And it helped a lot of other people in our house.
Totally. And you know what? Like anything else, there's a learning curve. Like when we come back to live, like you'll be with me, bro, and we'll both be helping people.
Fuck yeah, dude.
You know what I'm saying? Like you like this. So yeah. So thanks for watching. Fly Soldier, go fuck yourself. You're a piece of shit, fucking bitch. And I hope you grow up. Oh what?
No.
Yeah, I know. I'm just joking.
Jesus
That was just for us. You know what I mean?
Jesus Christ. All right, what about?
Oh, now we have to like cut that out of the end.
Yeah,
Shit. I'm sorry. No, I was just joking. It's all good. You know.
Thanks for watching.
Oh, so yeah, thank you. I'm so proud of Nick. Thank you everyone who supported us. Nick's sponsors here, so he has to go back get to some step work. Yeah, just live and let live.